another version, but I can't recall the version itself. I was thinking of two things.
Okay.
That's one of them. I can't remember that.
You will.
Which jumper goes onto the bezel? That jumper?
The bezel or the interface board?
Well, the one that you put on the
It's not on the bezel, the plastic one.
plastic. Okay, okay.
You remove this one and you put it on the plastic
Well,
of the,
what's J1 in the power supply board? Now, what does J1 do?
on the power supply board.
Yeah.
Okay. J1 on the power supply board, if you don't have the 24 volts AC on the EMO in, EMO out,
Yeah, okay.
it will bypass it. But I still want you to test it, this whole system. Actually, don't even use the jumper.
Yeah, so I understand.
You need to test to get the 24 volts AC and run it from there. In that case, you actually will test this part of the relay that picks up, you know, and powers up the system.
Yeah. Now, you have to figure here, that would talk about using the 24 volts instead of
Yes, it
J1
does.
does it. Oh, that's okay. We'll find it then before we come to it. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, great.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I need to show you how to switch between TSSN software and TSSP to test these four.
Yeah.
I don't have the TSSP.
Well, isn't it runtime TSSM or runtime TSSB?
Yes, you exit to Genesis
Yeah.
and you say runtime TSSP2 because space runtime
We
TSSP,
did TSSM.
which comes up with the unit.
Okay. There's no suffix after TSSM. That's the
No, it's two. Two.
So this is manual valve operation.
Right, for the canister.
Yeah. SSP2.
Yes. These, the only thing you do is you test these four with them.
Which are they? V 21.
21 through 24.
Okay.
But
Okay. Right down. Nothing about it. I'll just go here.
break it from
We break it, we fix it, right?
The good thing about the hard drive that I'm gonna send you is TSSP is already loaded on it. So all you
Yeah.
have to do is exit and
Yeah.
call it again. And to call it again, actually you have to say runtime as one word. TSS space TSSP2 space TSSP2. I have to type it twice.
Same on the TSSM?
Same on the TSSM.
Okay.
So you should have a space and then you call it again.
Why do we do that, do you know?
It's some
Look
of
at the system?
No, some is Mark's.
He knows.
He knows.
Okay. Okay. Now the other thing I want to write down as we go through this is we've got some jumper plugs made up. I want to make sure that we record that again today. For example, we had a lead resistor, a lead insert, a 1K resistor. Were they ready, not ready?
This is a test tool.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Okay.
But I want to make sure that we have those tools when it comes time to test them.
Okay.
So I'm going to make note of it today. We did it a little bit yesterday, but we need to do it concisely.
The other thing that by now I think you know that there are certain things that before you put the interface board on,
Yeah.
there are certain things that has to be jumpered out. You know, you have two exhausts.
Yep.
You have to jumper out one of the exhausts and use the other one, which is this guy.
Are they identical? Or they're labeled 1 and 2 though, aren't they?
They are labeled one. They should be exhaust 1 and exhaust 2. Exhaust 1 for this cabinet,
Yeah,
exhaust 2
good.
the one that you know. But if you look at the schematics, they're both in series.
Yeah.
So regardless, I mean,
Yeah.
you could put it here or there.
So, okay, so jumpers. We gotta have a jumper in for one of the exhausts.
One of the exhausts.
Okay.
Then you will have, and this is the most important thing is you have.
I'd like you to make notes at the same time because, okay, because somewhere along the way,
You have spill
gonna
D,
question this.
spill A, spill B, and spill C.
spell A, B, C in.
No, they're from they
Say-
start
say it
D,
again.
A, B, C. From this side all the way.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Now D for degasser. So you run your fiber optic and you put the degasser on the D. Okay. A is obviously
Container rate.
it's this cabinet.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first two, one is comes from the sensor, the degasser. The other one comes from the cabinet itself.
C, yeah.
No, A.
Okay, yeah.
It's D, A, B, C.
But B and C are over here.
Right.
Yeah.
But B and C is the ones that you jumper out.
Okay.
Okay. If you don't jumper them out, you're gonna have an alarm. Even
Sure.
there is no.
Okay.
So you need to know. There is 3 jumpers or 4 jumpers on this system that has to be.
Yeah, we've got 3 of them so far.
You got 2 spills. You got 1 exhaust.
Right.
And the 4th one is the dispense, which is J1. I mean, don't even put the board without having
Yeah.
these.
Which one
these
is it? Dispense what?
This is the dispense port or the flow of the liquid.
Yeah, but what's its name again? What's it called on the board?
J1.
J1. Okay, I didn't hear you. Getting hard of hearing in my old age. Okay.
Also, you take the leg, pin 10,
Yeah.
you know, and then you start putting the
Yeah.
board in the
Okay.
system.
Okay.
Put that one back. That one puts it on. Okay.
Okay. So now, let's assume that all of the labels, visual inspection, and the shipping checklist obviously gets done later. So let's go through this one more time.
Okay.
The operational checklist, right?
Sure.
And you're gonna do it. I'm gonna make notes. Okay, so let's assume now that we've got the interface board all jumping all the way it needs to go. What else do we need to do before we turn the machine on?
First one, item number 1 is red on the IF board.
Yes.
Well, I would say to you that that's not the next thing to do. Okay, because he's got a jumper on the dispense board back here, which means the machine won't run unless the jumper's on. So let's make note of that, right?
J1?
Wait, which?
Let me
which
show you.
jumper?
Oh, okay. This one right here.
No. This is for the LFC alarm. I mean,
Oh, okay. Well, we used to supply a cable here with a jumper on it. That's not supplied anymore.
that's to bypass the EMO
Yeah.
circuit for the. It's
Right.
no longer.
Okay.
This is your EMO in and out.
Okay. So, but this needs to be
This one,
supplied as a jumper.
right. If you don't put this one, no matter what you do, you're not gonna power the
So
system.
let's
up.
make note of that. FRA1 needs to be installed. FRA1 jumper connector needs to be installed.
Right. I mean, if you want, I mean, we could go as if how you gonna make the system run, which is
Yeah.
fine by me. Starting from putting the cable,
Well-
you don't have this jumper on, which is J1 on the power supply board. You bring a 24 volts AC and you supply it to the EMO end. This one has to be on nothing on this side, and then you power up. the
All right,
system.
where are we bringing the 24 volts?
Here, okay. See if the EMO end.
Yeah. Is it just 2 pins or?
There should be 2 pins in and 2 pins as a return.
Yeah, okay. Do we know which 2 offhand or it's
I
documented somewhere?
don't, but
Okay.
if you look at the schematics, you should.
So what is it, the EMO in that's got to be jumpered, huh?
It's not jumper. It's supplied with 24 volts.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah. what's the name of it? EMON?
EMON.
See, what I'm trying to do is get all the jumpers in place, whatever we need to do before we turn it on. So that when we turn it on, we're not saying, "Gee, why doesn't it work?" Okay? Even though that's not in the checklist, it's not gonna work until you do it.
We're used to putting this voltage in here.
Yeah,
And when we put it in here, we gotta make sure we take that off.
yeah.
And he has these two jumpers on the door because the door's not intact.
Okay, yeah, well, it's, okay.
Steven, this is to bypass.
Yeah.
This is the bypass. This is J1.
Yep.
Okay, this is the remote bypass over here.
So our 24 volts is energizing this relay.
Right,
Yeah.
yes. So you come in here on IMO N 3 and 4, you pick up the relay, and that allows the system to run.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Now,
So you think that 3 and 4 is really the 3 and 4 in this connector?
I'm not sure, but I think it is. But
I'll put a question mark behind it then, yeah.
Now, if you also look, right now it's not going to do anything unless you do three things. One is your fire control is the jumper is made for
Is
bypass.
that on the board here?
It's not the board. This is it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This is it.
Yeah, that's what FR1 is.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what FR1 was.
This is for an external fire.
Yeah.
This is EMO 2, which I believe EMO 2 is going to be this one.
Okay.
Then you have the start button or the power. If you don't push it, this is a latch kind
Yeah,
of thing.
yeah.
So you have to
Relay
push it,
latch, yeah.
right? And that allow the flow.
Yeah.
This one. So it's basically you either jump on it to bypass it, or you put the 24 volts.
This is the J1 that's on the power control.
Yes.
Yeah.
J1 and one or two.
Yeah. There's only 2 pins up here anyway. So it's either in or out. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So, I think we got all the jumpers. Obviously, you need the air supply.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could do with the, right now you have all your connections, but nothing is turned on.
Yeah.
So,
Now, I just want to make note of the non-obvious things, so that when he comes to do it,
okay.
we can say, hey, Dan, did you do J1? He said, oh, that's J1.
Can you supply him or 24 volts AC?
AC or DC on that relay?
It's an AC.
AC. Yeah. I'm glad you told me that. That's an AC coil relay? Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay.